Kylie here from Painted Wing. In today's video, I'm going to be demonstrating how to paint an American goldfinch with watercolors. This painting here took me about 30 minutes to complete. Like most of my paintings, it combines realistic details in the face with some looser elements on the body. So here's the sketch I started off for this painting. I just lightly drew it with an H pencil. It might be hard to see in the video because it's so lightly drawn. Before I begin, I'm actually going to be erasing some of the lines a little bit to make them even more light. I'm going to begin by using a medium-sized round brush. So I'm just going to be wetting my brush and then dipping it into the yellow paint. And then once the paint is nice and coated, I'm going to be applying it to the chest of the bird. I usually begin with either the eye or the beak of the bird, but because yellow contaminates easily, we're going to start there first. We're going to apply the yellow to the body, let it dry, and then we'll work on the other details. So here I'm just filling in the area with a nice saturated amount of paint. And I'll be adding a little bit of water to the area just to dilute it a little bit so it's not one solid flat color. And now I'm just adding a little bit more paint here. And then for most of this painting, I'll be applying wet paint directly to dry paper. And then the paper that I'm using is by the brand Ochre. It is their cold press paper. And then the size is 8 by 8 inches. And I think I'm actually going to create a little drip here. In order to create a drip, you just want to build up some water on the piece, like where you want the drip. And you can kind of start it a little bit, and then you just tilt your paper and kind of gently tap it. And if the drip isn't coming, just add a little bit more water until it drips. And if you don't want the drip to go all the way off the paper, you just have to quickly tilt it back. And if you aren't a fan of splashes and drips, you do not have to include this in your painting. The purpose behind my tutorials is to kind of show the process behind my paintings. It's not the only way to create a painting. There are so many different ways to use watercolor paints. So here I'm adding some yellow ochre paint while the paint is still damp. And then I'll just get my brush wet and then blend it out. Now I'm just going to continue adding that mix of yellow paint. And then the darker areas you'll see me add in are just the yellow ochre paint. And then here I'm just splashing in a little bit of water to create blooms. And then we'll allow this area to dry. You can either allow it to air dry or use a blow dryer to speed up the process. Next I'll start painting the beak with my burnt sienna paint. I'll be mixing in some of my yellow paint with the burnt sienna so it looks a little bit more orange. Again, you can use any orange paint that you have on hand that is similar. For this part I'll be using my smallest brush, which is my Princeton 3/0. I will begin by outlining the beak with a saturated amount of paint, and then I'll be going back in with a clean wet brush and blending it out. This will help create value so you can kind of see the shape of the beak. So here I'm just continuing to blend out the paint. And then I'll be going back in while it's still wet, adding a little bit more paint to darken the area. And I'll be using the same techniques for the lower part of the beak. After the orange paint on the beak is dry, I'll be going in with some details using brown paint. Here I'm using sepia, but you can use any dark brown paint you have. And then next I'll be painting in the black area above the finch's eye. For this I'll be using Payne's Gray, but you can also just use black paint if that's what you have. And start off by creating an outline and then blending it out, just like the beak. The reason I create the outline first is because it makes the painting process a little easier. You don't have to worry about going outside the lines and making it messy. But I usually only use this technique for the more detailed parts of my paintings. And then here I'm just adding a little extra yellow paint. Before I finish filling in the dark spot on the finch's head, I'm going to paint the eye. For the eye I'll be using my sepia brown paint and then the Payne's Gray. I'm going to make sure to leave some highlights here so the eye looks nice and shiny. And then here I'm adding a light layer of gray around the rim of the eye. Now we'll let this area dry while we finish the top of the head. Here I'm creating some fine lines with my gray paint. Having a brush with a fine tip will make this process easier. And now I'll be filling this area in. Now I'm going to add a little extra paint to the eye to darken it. I'm just using a mixture of my sepia and Payne's gray. Here I'm just adding a few details using my gray paint. Again, use a saturated amount of paint and then also make sure your tip is nice and pointy. Now I'm going to start finishing off the wing using more of my Payne's gray using the same brush. I'm going to make sure to leave some way of the paper here for the pattern on the wing. For this part, try not to use too much water, it could get messy. Here I'm moving to a slightly larger brush just to quickly fill in the area. And then I'll be painting some loose feathers just using a few brush strokes. Before adding the brush strokes, I'm going to add a light layer of water. You can tell my water is tinted a little gray. Now using my number 6 brush, I'm going to create the tail feathers. I'm just quickly moving the brush upward. And then here's the final piece. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave any suggestions for future tutorials in the comments. And if you decide to recreate this painting and share online, please remember to credit me in the caption, because the original design does belong to me. Thank you guys. Have a great rest of your day.